After each one of our A mains or our A2s for the electric, we're going to take our podium pictures, and all of you know where that podium is. So here we go, a couple guys debuting brand new rides. Tebo and Lutz. Ogden, brand new fuel, brand new tires. Ogden sticking with the HB racing platform, but switching over to the hot race tires and the BP racing fuel. So it's Jared Tebo, your leader. Tebo in the Techno. Ogden in the HB Racing right on his back door, so an excellent race as Ogden looking for an early race. Oh, and Ogden gonna fly off the track and onto the straightaway, trying to go bonsai on Tebo. So Ogden was pretty racy right off the start of this one and got right up on the back of Tebo, but just pushed it a little hard. So Tebo in the Techno. Now out front, Lutz in the Agama. So Ryan Lutz with his new ride, leaving Techno, going to Agama. Tebo, after a 12-year stint with Kyosho, making the move now, running that Techno buggy. Oh, Lutz gets it wrong on the backside, gonna lose 2 spots there. So Pickett and Jones move it up. Oh, watch it on the back over the step over, guys. Watch it on the back over the step over. All clear. So Fales, and it looks like B. Rose is off the track. Brandon Rose off the track, and Justin Fales. So we're down to 14. So our race leader, Jared Tebo. So Tebo in the Techno, running AKA tires and a KO Propo servo. So Jared Tebo leading the way with his new sponsor. His sponsors include Techno RC, MX, AKA, KO Propo, GS Hobbies, Macklin, JTP, Ultimate, TD Paint, Stick It One, Lunsford, Fastlane Raceway. Jared wants to give a special thanks to Matt, Red, my family, and the good Lord Jesus Christ. That is your #1 top qualifier. And running up front right now is Jared Tebo. So Tebo with 5.5 seconds on Tyler Jones. Tyler Jones coming all the way from the 7th spot. So Tebo coming out of Kansas City, Missouri. Running that brand new Techno. So there's your leader down the straightaway into the berm. That white buggy with some red and some blue, the familiar Tebo paint job. Tyler Jones, very impressive. Running second, Tyler Jones, running the TLR. The brand new X from TLR. So Tyler Jones all the way from 7th to 2nd on the grid. Tyler Jones, he got sponsors including TLR, Horizon Hobby, Spectrum, Trinity, RevTech, Hobby Wing, J-Concept, Sanwa, BRP, 92.0 Designs, Easy Custom, State Line RC, and RC Fun Park. Tyler Jones wants to give a shout out to Race Time for a great race. Shout out to Paul Wynn for the tire help. Shout out to Mike, Collin, and Brad for the fun times. And a shout out to my parents for all the support. That is your 2nd place driver, Tyler Jones, running the TLR all the way from 7th to 2nd. And he is running 5.8 behind Tebo. Ogden back up to 3rd after that early mistake. Ogden, as we know, running the HB Racing buggy. So Ogden now going to take back over the 2nd spot. Ogden getting by Blake, Tyler, and Lutz now still in that 5th spot. So Tyler Jones going to drop down to 4th. Looks like a 37.8 for Tyler Jones. A little bit of a rough lap there. We got 4:15 down, 25:45 to go. Tebo now opening up a 7-second lead for Tebo. Ogden with the fastest lap of the race last time by a 31.6 for Ogden. He is on a mission. He was all over the back of Tebo that first lap and made that one mistake, so he's got plenty of time to strap it up. Speaking of Ogden, Ogden coming from right next door, Atlanta, Georgia, or in the words of Ogden, Hotlanta, Georgia. Cole Ogden, he's sponsored by HB Racing, Reds Racing, Hot Race Tires, VP Powermaster, MKS Servos, Absolute Hobbies, J&T Bearing Co., Orion, MBU Motorsports, OGIO, and special thanks to my dad for all of the help. That is your 2nd place runner, Cole Ogden, your 2nd qualifier. So we got 5 minutes down and 25 minutes to go. Tebo now 5 seconds, so Ogden clearly catching Tebo. Tebo was 7 seconds out front early on. And Cole knocking off 2 seconds of that Tebo lead. Running third, that's going to be Blake Pickett. Blake Pickett coming from 5th on the grid. So 3rd spot, great run for Blake. Blake out of Silver City, North Carolina, not too far. Couple states over to the right and up somewhere. So Blake Pickett running the Team Associated Buggy. He's sponsored and wants to give a special thanks actually to his parents for their support, Colby Purdy for all the help. He's running the Team Associated on Proline rubber, Reedy servos, Proline body, Reds, engine, and VP Power Master fuel. So that's your 3rd spot, Blake Pickett. And now Blake gonna lose that 3rd spot to Ryan Lutz in the Agama. So Lutz now making his way up to 3rd. So now your top 3 running in perfect qualifying order. Tebo, Ogden, Lutz, 1, 2, 3, exactly how they qualified. We got 6:15 down, 23:45 to go. Our first round of pit stops should be 7.5, 15, and 22.5 should be the pit stop strategy for these guys. Everybody should be stopping 3 times. So 1 minute away from our pit stops. And let's give a shout out to Lutz. Lutz running in 3rd, running 4 seconds behind Ogden. Lutz running the brand new Agama 319 or 319 from Medina, Ohio. Lutz sponsored by Agama, Nemo Racing USA, Bullet, aka Futaba, RC Pro Race Gas, Tekin, ProTech RC, A-Main Hobbies, Dutch Oven Designs, MH Designs, and Lutz RC. Special thanks to Billy Ty Laska for the pit work. That is your 3rd qualifier, and currently 3rd on the track, Mr. Ryan Lutz. All right, pit stops coming up. We got 7:10 down, 22.5 to go. We're going to give you about a minute of silence here. A minute of silence for your pit stop. All right, we switched over to our moving cam, so we'll be following. Watch us straight. All clear? All right, so here's your running order now. It's going to be Jared Tebo, your leader, Ogden 2nd, Lutz 3rd, Blake Pickett running 4th, and Evan Vail, your top 5. Tyler Jones 6th, Caldwell 7th, Easton 8th, Gonzales 9th, and Michael Paige running 10th. Blake Boggs running 11th with Wiggins 12, Weatherholt, and Heckert rounding out the field here. 8:30 now, 21.5 to go. So we got Tebo, Ogden, Lutz, and Pickett. So right now, Billy Easton from 13th on the grid in the Serpent all the way up to the top 5. All right, so Billy Easton was in 5th. He's now in 7th. Billy Easton from Ocala, Florida, driving the Serpent. His sponsors are Serpent, Proline, Aeromax, PT Racing Oils, VS Racing Engines, A-Main Hobbies, ProTech RC, Avid, VP Power Master Fuel. That is Billy Easton now dropping to the 7th spot. So it's Tebo with 4 seconds on Ogden. Ogden with 2.7 on Lutz. And Evan Vail now moving up to the 4th spot from 9th on the grid. So great run for Evan. Evan from Rock Hill, South Carolina, driving the Associated for Evan Vail. So Evan Vail Running the Associated on Proline tires, Reedy servos, Proline body, Works engine, and Works fuel. Want to give a special thanks to Team Associated, Proline, Works, Reedy, Y'all Speed Shop, Awesome Designs, M2C, Vail paints, and a special thanks to my friends and family for the support and the good Lord Jesus Christ. That is your 9th qualifier. Now, all the way up to 4th place, that's going to be Evan Vail. So Tebo, Ogden, Lutz. Lutz now right on the back of Ogden. So the Agama starting to reel in the HP Racing Buggy, 1.8 seconds back. So we'll keep an eye on that battle, Ogden and Lutz. All right, running in the 6th spot, that's going to be Dillon Caldwell. That's another hard charger. Dillon starting 15th on the grid. So Dillon Caldwell running 6. He's running the HP Racing Buggy as well. He's from Houston, Texas. His sponsors include HP Racing, J Concepts, OS Speed, Expert Servos, VP Power Master, VRP, 920 Designs, and DCRC Designs. That's your 15th qualifier with a great run all the way up to 6, and he is threatening the top 5. Easton running 7, Tyler Jones running 8th. Then it's Michael Paige from 10th on the grid, up 1 spot to 9th. Michael Paige from Lincoln, Illinois, driving the HP Racing Buggy as well with Orion as a sponsorship, VP Power Master, Proline, OS Engine, RJD Hobbies, and Absolute Hobbies. Michael Paige wants to give a special thanks to Kevin, Jonna, Ryan, and Annie for the ride down and help, and my parents and girlfriend for watching back home on LiveRC. That's your 10th qualifier, Michael Paige, running now in the 10th position. All right, 12:15 down, 7:45 to go. We're not too far away from our 2nd round of pit stops and the halfway mark. We got about 2.5 minutes before we get there. Fast lap of the race goes to the HP Racing Buggy. Cole Ogden. Ogden still with 1.7 on Lutz. Tebo with a 5-second lead on Ogden. So Tebo 5 seconds up. So Ogden and Lutz. All right, there is Ogden down the straightaway now, 4 seconds behind Tebo. So Ogden making up a 2nd on JTP. And there's Lutz in the familiar pink paint job, but that is a new sponsor, new ride, Team Agama for Ryan Lutz. All right, so Tebo, Ogden, Lutz, Evan Vail 4th, and Pickett 5th, Caldwell 6th, Easton 7th, Jones 8th, Paige 9th, and now Graham Gonzales, your top 10. So Graham running in 10th, he qualified 16th. He actually finished 3rd in the B main and started shotgun on the field. Graham Gonzales from Team Associated. His sponsors are Team Associated, J Concepts, Nitro Pro Fuel, Avid, Imbue, VRP. Graham wants to give a special thanks to my dad, Blake Boggs. His dad is not Blake Boggs, but he wants to give a special thanks to his dad. And in addition, thanks to Blake Boggs, Reggie, and everyone else that helps him out. That is your top 10 driver, Graham Gonzales, starting 16th on the grid, up to 10th. Then we got Spencer Heckert. Spencer Heckert running in the 11th spot. He qualified 12th. He's from Mansfield, Ohio, driving the HP Buggy. There's a lot of HP Racing Buggies in this main event. Spencer's sponsors include HP Racing, Proline, OS Engine, Team Orion, Absolute Hobbies, MKS Servos, Sandwa, Bones Brew, 920 Designs, Darkside Designs, AMR, VRP, and he wants to give a huge thanks to his dad for everything that he does. That is your 12th qualifier running in the 11th spot. All right, 2nd round of pit stops coming up, 14.5 down, 15.5 to go. So we'll give you another minute of silence for your 2nd round of pit stops. All right, so we're at 15 and a half down, 14 and a half to go. Let's go through the running order here. Looks like Tebo, your leader still after the pit stops. He's on a 54-lap pace in 30 minutes. So we made it over the hill. Down the other side we go with 14:15 to go. Ogden still running second, about 4.5 behind Tebo. Ogden with the fast lap, 31.2. Lutz running in fourth now as Evan Vail going to move up to third.
14 minutes left.
So Evan Vail, your 9th qualifier. Evan running the associated buggy. Oh no, looks like Ryan Lutz breaking down. So I'm showing Lutz dropping like a rock down the screen here. So Rose is off the track and Lutz is off the track. And it looks like Justin Fales getting back out there, but definitely a 2-minute race wouldn't help him. He is quite a ways, I think about 16 laps behind the leader. All right, a couple more sponsor sheets to read off. Our 4th qualifier, Jared Wiggins, with an excellent qualifying effort. Unfortunately, Wiggins, not a good start right now. He is in 13th spot out of 15 drivers that are running, and it looks like Lutz back on the track. He had a minute 40. Not sure if Lutz flamed out. Maybe someone can confirm in pit lane if Lutz was off the track for a bit. No one's yelling at me. So looks like Lutz was off the track. He gets going back in the 10th spot. So Wiggins currently running 13th, your 4th qualifier running the Techno RC. Jared Wiggins from Dixon, Illinois. His sponsors include Techno RC, Proline, Block, BK Servo, Tekin, ProTech RC, Sandwa, Gillies Heating and Air, Wiggins Farms, Nitwit Paints, and special thanks to my parents for all that they do for me. That is your 4th qualifier. Currently in 13th, looking to move on up. That's going to be Mr. Jared Wiggins. Qualifying 6, he got a late start. He was the only one not on the grid, but he is in action now, running down to the 15th spot. That's Justin Fales from Orlando, Florida. His sponsors are RC Addiction Products and Hobbies, PT Oils, DDHRC, DeSoto Racing, and Custom Graphics. So Justin Fales out there in the 15th spot, just turning laps after getting on the track. Awfully late, breaking down in that 3-minute warm-up. And also breaking down, Brandon Rose, I believe, breaking down before the start of the race. He's from Houston, Texas, driving the Serpent, running Proline tires, MKS servos, BP Power Master, Tegan, Avid, Sandwa, VRP, PT Oils, DCRC Design. Special thanks to Mike's Hobby Shop. Thanks to my dad for making this happen, and the man above. Unfortunately, Brandon Rose with a great qualifying effort, but not able to make that main. So that leaves us with 2 more sponsor sheets, which we'll get to in a minute. We got 19 minutes down. We're coming up on 11 to go. No battles. I've been keeping my eyes on the top 3. Ogden going to make the pass. It looks like Tebo had a rough 42nd lap about 2 laps ago. So Ogden down the straightaway in the HP Racing buggy, our new leader. Tebo now running 7.7 behind, another rough lap for Tebo at 35.4. And Evan Vail in the associated up to the 3rd spot. Easton up to 4th in the Serpent. And Tyler Jones, your top 5. Blake Pickett running 6th. Caldwell 7th. Michael Paige 8th. Lutz 9th. Heckert in 10th. Boggs 11th. Gonzales 12th. Wiggins 13th. Weatherholt 14th. Fales 15th. And Rose 16th. So our 11th qualifier was Collin Weatherholt. He's currently running in 14th, so he's dropped a couple spots from the start. He's running the Mugen MBX8. From Monticello, Indiana is Collin Weatherholt. He's sponsored by Mugen Seiki Racing, Bones Brew, Dutch Oven Design. Special thanks to my dad, Mike, Randy, and Tyler Jones, Brad Dewey, and Brent Bones. So that's your 11th qualifier, Collin Holt. And last but not least, 14th on the grid, who is now running 12th. So 14th on the grid, now running 12th. That is Blake Boggs from right here in Alabama, Glencoe, Alabama, driving the Team Associated. He's sponsored by Associated Reading, XP Digital, J Concepts, Nitro Pro Fuel, RC Addiction Products, Mernon Modified Motors. Special thanks to Chris Rackus, Ed Rackus, Brett Spigner, and everyone else for a great event. So that concludes our sponsorship, and now we can focus the final 9 minutes on the battle. Ogden down the straightaway. He's got Lutz right in front of him. Lutz is 2 laps down to Ogden. So Lutz trying to turn some laps here, trying to make his way back up. Lutz still down in the 9th spot. So Ogden 5 seconds ahead of Tebo. So Tebo in the techno, 5 seconds behind, starting to reel in Ogden just a bit. Evan Vail looking for a podium. Hey, Dave. Dave Lycum. He can't hear me over there. All right, so 21 and a half down, 8 and a half to go. Our final round of pit stops coming up in about a minute. Fast lap of the race, still Ogden. Ogden, your second qualifier, HB Racing Buggy on hot race tires and VP Power Master fuel. Lead the way. So Ogden now coming up on traffic right there. They know what to do. Tebo 4.4 back. Tebo not too far back on track, so this one is far from over. So everybody trying to find the line as the track getting a little bit of character. So 8 minutes to go, final round of pit stops coming up. I'll give you a minute of silence. All right, I want to give you a minute of silence, but we got a good battle brewing up here, so I got to get on it. 7 minutes to go, and Tebo now within 2/10, actually going to take over the lead right there from Ogden at 37.3. Ogden might have came in for fuel there. So Jared Tebo in the techno, your top qualifier, looking to win his first major with the brand new ride. Yesterday, his first time ever racing in competition. I believe it was the Truggy. He won his very first heat, so we can always say that the first ever race in competition with the Techno rides, he was victorious. 6:30 to go. Tebo, your leader. Here he comes onto the straightaway with the 3-second lead. And it looks like Tebo. Yep. I believe Tebo came in for fuel. We got all this traffic right here as Ogden going to take the lead, so be aware, guys, heading into the back left berm. You got Ogden and Tebo, your leaders, coming through here. So 6 minutes to go, we're going to get a battle brewing, it looks like. Ogden and Tebo going to set us up for a nice show to finish this one. Evan Vail running third, Tyler Jones fourth, Easton in fifth, Pickett in sixth. So Jones, Easton, Pickett got a three-way battle for fourth, fifth, and sixth. So top 5 to the podium after this one, and of course the TQ, which is Tebo. He'll be at the podium, win or lose. So we do have awards for top 5. Watching in the left berm, upside down. All right, so Ogden 1 second on Tebo, and was that Ogden upside down in the back? All right, let me find these leaders here. Last time by it was 1.1 for Ogden over Tebo. So now Tebo going to take the lead, and I believe that was Ogden getting it all wrong in the berm, upside down, and then upside down again. So horrible lap for Cole Ogden. Marshall had to run and get him in the berm, and then gets it wrong over the step over. So what was a 1 second lead is now an 11-second deficit. So a 45-second devastating lap for Ogden with only 5 minutes to go. So we are setting up for an awesome race, but unfortunately, those mistakes doing Ogden in. But as I've said once, I'll say it a million times, anything can happen here. We still got just shy of 5 minutes remaining, and it's an 11-second lead, but 1 or 2 mistakes out of Tebo and some awesome laps from Cole, and anything can happen. So it's Tebo, Ogden, Vail, your top three. Pickett and Jones is the closest battle now. They're both battling for 4th and 5th. Remember, top 5 go to the podium right after this one. Coming up next is our open E-Buggy B main, which we're going to hold them in staging till after our podium picture. So we got to take that podium picture before we get going for the next one. So we're following Jared Tebo around on the moving cam up on the driver's stand. So a little bit of a delay on the camera, but you can clearly see Tebo in that techno ride leading the way by almost 12 seconds on Ogden. Ogden with 4.3 on Evan Vail, so Evan Vail not too far away from Ogden. And Blake and Tyler, your 5th and 7th qualifier, 1 second apart for that 4th spot. There's Blake, and Tyler must have had a rough lap. Where's Tyler? There he is, now 4 seconds behind. So yeah, 36.5. All right, 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Drivers, 3:30 to go. Tebo, 12 seconds up on Ogden, looking to take his first major with the new ride. Top qualifier, leading the main by 12 seconds here. 31.3, second fast lap of the race behind the 31.2 of Ogden. All right, so with 3 minutes to go, let's give you the full running order one more time. It's Tebo, your leader, Ogden 2nd, Vail 3rd, Pickett 4th, and Jones 5th. Billy Easton just off the podium in 6th with Ryan Lutz in 7th. Dillon Caldwell 8th, Michael Paige 9th, Heckert in 10th, Gonzales 11th, Boggs 12th, Wiggins 13th, Weatherholt 14th, and Fales 15th. 27.5 down, 2.5 to go. Open Electric Buggy B main coming up next. Open Electric Buggy B main coming up next right after our podium pictures. Remember.
left.
2 minutes to go, drivers. 2 minutes left to go. 2 to go. All right, 1:45. All right, 1 minute 15 seconds to go. It is a 15-second lead for Tebo. He is on his way to victory as we're approaching the final minute. Ogden running second, Evan Vail third, Jones and Pickett still battling it out. Jones now in fourth, 1 second up on Pickett. So great battle right here. Once again, top 5 and TQ going to the podium. Top 5 go right to the podium. You walk off the ramp and walk right to the podium. Do not go back to your pit area, guys. We got to get the next race going. So we need all top 5 to the podium. 30 seconds, drivers, 30 seconds. Watch a straight, watch a straight, straight. Watch a straightaway, high on the straight. All clear, straightaways clear. Right in front of the leader, Tebo was making his way onto the straightaway. We had a car right at pit lane exit, but everybody made it through unscathed. 10 seconds, so this will be the final lap for Tebo on his white flag lap. Let's count it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that is time. Keep going, Billy and Ryan. Keep going, Billy and Ryan. You're battling for 6 and 7. Easton and Lutz battling. Vail, you're going to be done with the 3rd spot on the podium. Finish the lap you're on. So the battle through the sweeper, Easton and Lutz for 6th and 7th. They both get together. Lutz getting into Easton. He's going to wait and give out back the spot. And now they get together again and they race on And it'll be Jared Tebo taking his first major victory with the Team Techno Ride. Couple more to finish. It's going to be Easton or Lutz for 6th. And it looks like it's going to be, here they come. And Lutz going to take it by 3/10 over Easton, and that is a race. So it'll be Tebo your winner, Ogden 2nd, Vail 3rd, Jones 4th, and Pickett 5th. I need all 5 of those to the podium. Tebo is the TQ, so he's already over there. Then Lutz going to get 6th, Easton 7th, Caldwell 8th, Paige 9th, Heckert 10th, Gonzales 11th, Wiggins 12th, Weatherholt 13th, Boggs 14th, and Fales 15th. All right, top 3 to the podium.